How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Rams Revealed on the road here in Baltimore as LA prepares for a trip across the pond to finish the first half of their schedule against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Our guest this week, Larrell Murchison, coming off his first sack of the season. He took us inside that goal line stand and so much more that got the Rams their fourth win on defense. Well, thanks for coming by and sitting down with us. I understand you just got back from Camden Yards. That has to be one of the more interesting places you've ever lifted weights.
For sure, for sure. I didn't imagine that.
Did it have the baseball feel to it? I know you weren't out on the grass. But
it had the baseball smell. Like it smelled like I was in like Dixie Youth baseball again. Like it was crazy.
But they had the big dusty ones for you football players?
For sure.
You had everything you needed?
For sure.
So let's start with this. Why, when the defense dominates, is it described as an ugly win? Was that not a thing of beauty for you and your teammates?
Yeah, it was so beautiful for us, man. That goal line stop was like one of the biggest highlights like ever. Like it was just, everybody was so hyped and playing together. It was fun for me.
Give me more perspective on that. You were watching from the sideline, I think, right?
Yeah,
you weren't in on goal line, but why did that mean so much to you and your teammates?
Because it just shows you like they were on the 1 yard line, like 3 plays in a row, tried to run the same sneak. And you know it's kind of easy for teams when they do the little tush push thing. So them being able to stop that like 3 times in a row and then they give it to Derek the last time, that was big.
It's not Jalen Hurts, though. It's the tight end, Mark Andrews,
Very
under
true.
center.
Very true. That's even bigger guy. So for them to do that is definitely tough.
Tell me about your captain, Quentin Lake. We know he's been due, right? Were you guys aware of how long it's been?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
He's been such a great Ram, and he just has not been able to pull in his first pick. To see him get it yesterday, what was that like?
Amazing. Like, you just see, it just shows you hard work pays off, the way he leads us and, the way he works as well. It shows up on tape, and for him to get that turnover was huge.
What do you think the big adjustment was? Maybe from that opening drive, bending but not breaking, limiting them to a field goal, and then pitching a shutout the rest of the way?
Just settling down. Sometimes, like, stuff get to flying as soon as you get out there, so just calming down and, letting everybody know, let's just do our job and let's have fun. Like, energy creates everything. So once we got our energy right, it was a little, like, ugly out there as far as, like, the rain, make you feel a little bit rough starting off. So once we got our energy right and we got together, it was over from there.
How about the linebackers behind you? You're without Omar, but you have good effort from Troy, defensive debut from the undrafted rookie Sean Dolak, and then Nate Landman with a franchise record 17 tackles.
That is insane. I mean, you gotta love it, man. Like those guys lead us. Whether you feel comfortable with whoever goes in. So seeing Dolak get his first PT like on defense, and we know Troy. Like Troy's always been a great leader ever since I've been here. You just feel comfortable. And then Landman, 17 is crazy. Like he's been doing it, and it's been showing up since OTA. So we're not surprised. We're just happy.
What type of season is Byron Young having?
Man, dominance. You love to see that as well because this man been posting Pilates like all freaking off season, and just to see it work and just see the work he put in and how it's showing up is amazing.
It's been a long time since your last sack. How did it feel to go unabated to the quarterback and collect one in the spin cycle?
Man, it just felt like the monkey was off my back. Like, I tried the gritty, but Tyler jumped on my back and ruined it. So shout out to him. But it was fun, man. Like, no matter how they come, you got to be grateful because it's hard to get sacks in this league.
No Pilates involved in your sack?
Nah, no Pilates. Just like, I guess, I don't know. No Pilates, though.
That's got to be, so unblocked to the quarterback, is that like the equivalent of a skill position player going into the end zone untouched?
Absolutely. I guess. I think so. You just got to make sure you make it whenever you're wide open because 2 years ago versus the Packers, I was wide open again, and I let him go because I thought he threw the ball. So
it reminded me of that Christmas Day. Wasn't that your Rams debut?
Absolutely.
When you double dipped?
Yeah,
What do you remember about that one?
Everything from the dream I had that morning to like me not knowing everybody's name on the team and just being out there just playing free, not even really knowing the playbook.
So you woke up Christmas morning from a dream that you were going to get one?
Absolutely. I dreamed about the whole thing, and then I just felt like, when I ran out of the rim for the first time, it just felt like I was in Madden, and it was up from there.
Anybody else deserve a shout out from your 4th win here in Baltimore?
4th win, shoot, the whole defense and the offense, just to be able to score and have fun together, you got to love it.
I'm sorry that Tyler ruined your sack celebration. Got to give you some clearance next time.
Yeah, he got to. Now we got to find Tyler. He got to stay away from me whenever I get a sack because I'm going to go crazy.
He was in your seat not too long ago, and he described you as the glue guy. That was a revelation. He says you got the power to say something crazy and make the whole room laugh.
Yeah.
Accurate?
I'll take that. I'll take that on the 10, definitely. I'm the one who's just going to yell out something random and then everybody's going to look like, come on. Yeah, I surprise them about every day, for sure.
Plug the show. When are we going to see you again on the social channels?
Y'all will see me soon. Like, I'm gonna film next week. I'm gonna for sure start filming next week, and then we gonna get it going.
All right, so we'll get some more culinary insights from the greater Los Angeles area.
200%. 200%. I'm telling you, whatever type of food y'all need, whether it's seafood, soul food, not really, but anything else, Thai, let me know. I know. Trust me.
Love that. How's it been here in Baltimore? Any good tastes?
It's a restaurant called Jerk at Night that I went to after the game. Them was probably like top 2 oxtails I ever had with rice.
Top 2?
Top 2 ever.
Really?
Ever.
Okay.
For sure. Soft, flavor, rice good, mac and cheese good. Yeah.
I'm going to have to hit that on the way to the airport
Tell me.
before I go back to LA. So we talked about some of your high points, right? Some of the career high water marks. How tough was it last summer to be that close to a new season and to hit injured reserve with a preseason injury?
Man, it was really tough. But you know, the first one was just when I broke my arm, I was just more like, okay, it's not that bad. You know, we got 6 weeks and then we'll be back. So, you know, but going into that first practice back from breaking my arm and breaking my foot, that was like really gut punching. So, you know, it had its low points, but I credit the training staff for just helping me with my everyday. Like, it was just amazing to go in there and work with them, like Alyssa, like John, like everybody, like B, everybody. You know, it was just fun, a fun environment because, you know, I had to be out for the year, but I mean, they didn't make it seem like it was bad. Like, they worked with me, and I just had a lot of fun just being with them.
It's a really uplifting answer. I mean, to hear you put a positive spin on that double whammy was tough. Was there a moment where you were like, this can't be happening again? I was so close, not once, but twice.
Maybe like when it first happened, when they first told me it was a fracture. But then, you know, and then honestly, I mean, not too many people know about this, but the next day my truck gets stolen. So the world was just...
After the second injury?
Yeah, after the second injury. Break my foot, and then the next day I go outside to go to the doctor's appointment, and I don't have a truck.
Come on.
The glass is on the ground, and that was, you know, it was just it was tough. But, you know, we got through it, man. We got through it for sure.
And did you get the truck back?
I got it back, but it wasn't the same. It was, they took it to Mexico and they ruined it, so yeah, it's total.
Replaced?
Yeah.
All right. Feel good about what you have now?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I'm glad that everything negative happens to you has a positive ending.
For sure.
Let's keep it going that way. Let's go back to your beginnings. I have Elizabethtown, North Carolina. Is that accurate as a hometown? About an hour from Wilmington when I looked it up. What was it like to grow up there?
Man, it was cool, peaceful, calm. Everybody knows everybody. It's like a family town, and I mean, we have one street, Broad Street. Go there, get, you know, shopping, Walmart, and, you know, be cool.
And you're a twin.
Absolutely.
We got to talk some twins. If you're Larrell, he's got to be Pharrell?
Pharrell.
Okay, so rhyming twins. How are you similar? How are you different?
How are we similar? I want to say we're more different than anything, man. He just, like, I might like something. He knows how I like stuff, and he does stuff. He likes his own way. We're both, I would say, stubborn in a way. You know, we got our way of doing things. Like, he wants to do it his way, and I do it my way, and we can't agree on certain things like that. But we love each other. Like, we talk to each other every day, and I mean, like, that's my best friend for sure.
Identical or fraternal?
Fraternal.
Fraternal, okay. What's he up to these days?
He works. He lives in Charlotte, North Carolina right now. So he's working over there. But he was like, I just told the guys just yesterday, I'm like, man, he was better than me in every single thing, like everything growing up. So I always looked up to him.
And you were high school teammates. He was the halfback, you were the fullback and defensive lineman? You put up some numbers?
I did.
What'd your offensive stats look like?
Sure. I think my senior year, I probably rushed for like 500 yards, probably like 4 touchdowns, maybe. You know, a couple receiving yards here and there. Solid, for sure.
But you're mostly paving the way for him?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. How about we formulate an offensive personnel package, all right, made up solely of Rams defenders?
Okay.
So if you want an offensive line, you can put them there. But mostly I want to know who's playing quarterback, who's in the backfield, what weapons are you utilizing from your defensive depth chart to play offense?
All right, for sure, we're gonna put Poona at guard. We're gonna put Poona at guard, so he can pull and stuff. Kobe Turner is smart. He need to be our center.
Okay, I like this.
Man, Fisk is going to be our fullback because he's super fast, good feet. Like, I don't know if he can catch, probably can't catch. But then we got Tyler Davis at the other guard, tackle, Ty Helmington for sure, athletic, big. And then, you know, I'll play right tackle, it's cool.
Oh, I thought you were going to put yourself at tailback.
Tailback? Nah, I'm going to play right tackle. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And then, let's see, what we got? We got to get a running back, right?
Need a running back. You're playing Two-back set here, it sounds like.
Let's get a running back in there, man. You know what? Who I like for running back? I'm gonna put Kobe Durant in my running back.
Like that.
Y'all probably didn't think that, but I'm gonna put Kobe back there because he fast, like I feel, and he can move. So we're going Kobe Durant fullback. Quarterback is gonna be probably Cam Curl because I just seen something where he said he played quarterback. So we're gonna go Cam Curl right there, and then Cam Kitchen's receiver, and we need Verse tight end. Oh, for sure, tight end.
Smart.
I think we got an all-star lineup.
I mean, I kind of like that. There's a few I want to follow up on. All right, first of all, Fisk. It didn't count in New Orleans, but you saw his moves
200%.
on the road last year.
200%.
So I feel like you got to respect that as the first man through.
200%.
But he's also going to blow somebody right out of there
Absolutely.
in front of, you said, Durant?
Kobe Durant.
Smart. So the Land Shark, I like that two-back set. Verse is going to be filthy.
It's going to be crazy.
Short yardage, red area stuff.
And he talking junk to him, so I like that.
How about what he did on that goal line? I know we already talked about that, but to take on a puller and the lead blocker and still make that play?
Man, you got to love it, man. You see stuff like that, you got to sell out to, get that stop. Man, you got to love it, man. You got to love Verse for sure.
Good call on Curl playing quarterback. I think it was a social video. We saw it at SoFi Stadium as well, and he's throwing balls into the net. I think he won that contest, so I think he's your arm for sure.
For sure.
What else in your backstory? You were selected in the 5th round by the Titans in 2020. Did you take any extra pleasure in beating Tennessee in Nashville?
Yeah,
was it a revenge game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say revenge game, but it was sweet to live in the win in Nashville for sure.
Yeah. What did it feel like to be released? Was that the first time in your football career that anybody has ever said, we're good?
Yeah. It was just a tough situation, like, because I love Braves and I love the team and stuff, and we were just going through a lot of injuries at the time, and then, I just had to hit the waiver wire, and then I got blessed that Les called my agent, and, I've been here ever since.
No kidding. You made your NFL debut against the Jags, coincidentally. This week's opponent in London. Have you played abroad? I know not with the Rams, but...
Never.
Have you been abroad?
No, never.
Okay, very cool. All right, so a little life experience. What's this week going to be like? Staying out on the road, away from LA, practicing away from the facility?
I feel like it's gonna be fun. We're going to be with the guys all week, so team chemistry. Again, just being around the guys, being around the fellas, and locking in. Because we know we're here for a job. We got a job to do, and we're going to continue to keep rolling. So,
I started to say, is there a value in like a second training camp? But really, it's a third. You got Maui. Got LMU, the real training camp,
right?
And then this little kind of mid-season.
I felt like that earlier. I was like, man, this feels like training camp. Like, so you're right about that.
You think there's some value to that?
Yeah, absolutely.
That camaraderie really does pay dividends on Sundays?
200%.
All right. What about your packing? How do you feel like you assess your packing being away for 8 or 9 days? You have everything you need, some essentials? Any last-minute runs?
I think I got everything I need, but it's always something you're missing, and you don't know you're missing it until you need it. So. I'm good right now.
Tell me about it. My bag went to Dallas when I came here, so.
What?
Yeah, been living off hotel toiletries, ready to go home.
I'm so sorry, dog.
No, it's all good.
I'm sorry, man. At least I left my whole bag on the plane. Like, we left, came to the hotel, and I'm like, my bag is on the plane, so they had to run that down. So.
You got a lot of good people looking out for you when you make a mistake like that. Better
sure.
make that on a charter than a commercial flight.
200%. Then it's over.
I know it's too early in the week to talk Jags specifically, but just big picture with where you are in the season, knowing the bye is next. How big is the difference potentially from 5-2 with an extra week to rest versus 4-3?
Man, that bye week is just it'll be so much sweeter. Like if we can just do what we need to do. But either way, like our goal is to win. So that's our goal. So that's what we here for, man. That's what we're gonna try to do.
All right, looking forward to seeing you there. I hope it's not nearly as long before your next sack, right? Well, let's bridge that divide for you and Q and his next pick.
Maybe the monkey's off my back now.
I mean, it's a stormy day here in Baltimore. Once it rains, it pours.
Come on with it. They come in bunches, so we'll see.